I'm coming. Wait. Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. Welcome back to another live show. This is episode, I think it's 162. So yeah, it's pretty 162 162 in the United States. So appreciate everyone tuning in. Just want to do a live stream. We're going to talk a little bit about everything, and I will be responding to your comments live. I've got my mobile device in my right palm, in my right paw. So everything that you type, I'll be able to see in real time, and I'll have the opportunity to respond to in real time as quickly as possible. So let me go ahead and make sure this is working. Appreciate y'all tuning in. The weather up, the weather up here in Appalachia is a little bit questionable, but the weather, that H2O, that water from the sky, it kind of stopped for a little bit. So at least we'll be able to get this thing going. Because one thing I do with this grill right here, I use an electric charcoal lighter, and you'll be able to find it. Subscribe, check out my Weber grilling videos. You'll be able to find that. But it's cleaner than using lighter fluid. It probably doesn't structurally degrade the Weber as much as lighter fluid may. So and then also when I'm cooking on it, I've never been concerned about cooking on lighter fluid in the past. But when I did, I always questioned. It's like, okay, is there potentially a little bit of lighter fluid still in here, even though I burned it off? I thought I burned it off. I mean, who knows? I'm not trying to be paranoid, but let's go ahead and get this sucker going here. So one thing that's really cool, I've done this. I've gotten this system in place, and I'm about to go get it, but I can add charcoal to the grill without getting my hands dirty. So check this out. I'll be right back. Whoa, here we go. We go right here. So I've got my charcoal hauling device, and then my utensil for doing my charcoal. So check this out. Look at this. So what I can do, and I've got one more piece. I've got to get my electric charcoal lighter, so I'll be right back. So this right here is my electric charcoal lighter, and you can actually, this video's description, I don't think I have it there at the time of filming this live stream, but subscribe and check out my Weber grilling videos, and you'll find this linked in there. But check this out. Here's what I do. So I'll put this in here, sit it flush. Then I've got an extension cord. This is an outdoor rated cord. It is a little bit wet out here. I mean, obviously water and electricity do not mix. So should I perish, I made a mistake. No, I'm going to be careful. So what I'm going to do is plug this in, and this will get the charcoal going without lighter fluid. Yep, got people tuning in here to this live stream. I appreciate that. Awesome. So I've got y'all's comments right here on my mobile device. So we're going to go ahead and pop this off and check out my video, how to light charcoal without making a mess, without getting your hands dirty. This is how to do it. Check it out. Look, so simple. You just put all this on here using the tongs. The other value add of this being a plastic material is that it may not attract brown recluse spiders. Because if you're like me and you're in Appalachia, you may have brown recluse infestation concerns. So, something to be aware of. I've got brown recluses, I got raccoons, I've got wildcats, I've got cougars, I've got black bears. I have not seen it yet here, but I think I may have the Yeti, Sasquatch. So stay tuned for that. So I'm putting all this in here. Look at this, piece by piece. Take your time. There's no need to rush with grilling or smoking. Take your time, relax, be comfortable. Don't rush. Just take your time, piece by piece. Whoa. And you want to put enough charcoal in here to take care of the business. In my case, the business is going to be 3 burgers. So I don't need too much charcoal, but I want enough to where it's good and hot. And I can get that with my cast iron grates that are down there. I get that good sear. Because you want to sear your burgers. Now, with a burger, you're typically not going to see the sear marks like you might with a piece of chicken, steak, or pork chop. But the sear is still there. It's locking in the flavor, locking in those juices, and it's just going to create a dining experience that's phenomenal. So, searing is important. I don't care about optics. I don't care about perception. Who cares? All I care about is the finished product. It's going to be delicious. I like it. My wife likes it. That's all that matters. Who cares? I don't care if you like it or not. You tell me what you think. I don't care. But, I'm putting all this in here, get this neatly stacked, and then I'm going to fire it up. And then I'm going to start responding to y'all's comments because I got my mobile device in my pocket while I'm doing this. But I know y'all are commenting, so it'll be just a minute, and we'll get this conversation started. We will have raccoons. Raccoons are going to be up here in just a minute. They're nocturnal. They come out right before sunset. So it shouldn't be too long before the sun sets here in Appalachia. I was corrected by our viewer. They said, it's not Appalachia, it's Appalachia. So this is for y'all. I appreciate that correction. I got to make sure my vocabulary is correct and current. So Appalachia, I've always called it Appalachia. I'm ignorant. I admit, that's fine. I appreciate the correction. So now it's Appalachia. Thanks to you. Thank you. So we're going to put this on here. We got everything neatly stacked. There were some coals that were remnants from previous cooks. And I'm going to put them adjacent so that they can catch on too. Don't waste your coals, man. Don't be wasteful. Let's go ahead and fire this sucker up. I'm going to plug it in. So it ought to start smoking here in a minute. Now I'm going to pull out my device. We got Bill. Howdy from Tennessee, Captain IrixGuy. Your pronunciation is correct. Appalachia. 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 Okay, there we go. Appreciate that. Okay, so we got Appalachia. Appalachia. There we go. Let me get let's see what I gotta get here. Hold on, just one second. I'm gonna put this away in case it starts raining again. There's a heightened probability that there may be severe thunderstorms. There may be high winds. So we're going to take all of the precautionary steps possible to keep this thing safe. But we're going to continue to live stream. Let me put this up. Look at that. How convenient. How convenient, man. Man, if weather permits, I'm gonna be slow smoking some cheese, cold smoking cheese. So if I don't get to do that within the next few hours, subscribe and stay tuned because I'll be cold smoking cheese on the channel. You got to cold smoke cheese because you can't get the temperature too hot to where it melts the cheese because that's unacceptable. So, yep, got people tuning in here. This is kind of an odd hour for a live stream, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway because I'm out here. I got my grill going. We're about to have some raccoons. We're gonna have live raccoon action here on the channel. You can't beat George Cooney and crew. George Cooney is arguably the most famous raccoon in the universe. George Cooney is actually right now, he's probably down there in his little house. George Cooney, are you there? George Cooney's not responding yet because he's probably preoccupied. You know, raccoons, they're nocturnal animals, but even though they're active during the dark hours, raccoons are very active during the daylight hours because they got a lot of business to take care of. I mean, you think we're the only people that get taxed? Raccoons, man, they got to talk to their accountant. They got to take care of stuff. They've got to have conversations with very important people and animals. You know, raccoons are very, very busy animals. But yeah, George Cooney and crew, as soon as that sun starts to set, they're going to come out. We're going to throw them a very generous bowl of miscellaneous scraps. We're going to feed the raccoons because raccoons are very important. They are super important, and it's not a situation where you want to not make your raccoons happy. Raccoons need to be happy, and we're going to do that. We're going to accomplish that on this channel. I'm looking over here at my autofocus on my camera. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job of keeping up. I do have obvious deck maintenance concerns. This deck is somewhat dilapidated, and I've got to repair my deck. I'm going to refinish my deck. Actually, one of the things I'm going to do to my deck is get a pressure washer, and I'm going to spray the paint with a pressure washer off of the deck. And then once it's properly dried, then I will apply a very generous coat, not one coat, but two coats of paint that may better protect the wood. This wood's in good shape, but it's kind of janky. You know, it's kind of worn out. So, you know, it needs a little bit of prep work. Bill says, just looked at weather radar for your area. Should be for a while. Maybe just some showers. There is a set of storm cells near. Yep. No, it's going to get kind of questionable here up in Appalachia. Appalachia, no joke, and it's always questionable. Appreciate you looking out for me though. All this, man. The smoke's starting to come out. That's great. George Cooney should be here any minute. George Cooney and crew, they're talking. They're like, man, it's time to get up and get out and get some cuisine. Well, I've got a feast for the raccoons. There's gonna be a raccoon live feed in a few minutes here. But first things first, and that's getting these coals going because once these coals get going, I've got to cook. I've got three burgers. So I've got one for my wife, one for myself, and then another one for myself for breakfast. Because when I'm going to grill a burger, it's important to grill an extra burger because why eat junk for breakfast when you can have a steak burger? Now, these burgers are steak burgers. Basically, what that means is they create the burgers from the scraps of steak. So they cut steaks. They've got miscellaneous pieces here and there that would otherwise go to waste. But what they do, they grind them up and they make a steak burger, which is, in my opinion, superior to a ground beef burger or a ground chuck burger. So, something to be aware of. I mean, it's very tasty. I'm excited. Look at that Weber over there, man. Look at that. That thing is getting going. It is ready. It's as excited as I am. Look at that. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Good stuff. Whoa. Ow. I just got poked and that had rust on it. Should I get a tetanus shot? Are there any doctors in the audience? Should I get a tetanus shot? How long is a tetanus shot valid for? Is it 10 years? 5 years? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. Comment below. Tell me what you think. I just got poked with a rusty object in my. Ooh, man. I tilt the camera down, but I'll save that for the raccoons. But yeah, I got poked with a rusty and sharp object on my ankle. So, am I going to get lockjaw, tetanus? Lockjaw, lockjaw. Nope, 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 nope. Hopefully not. But let's see. We got this heating up here. We're going to have some raccoon action here in just a moment. And by the way, I appreciate y'all subscriptions and sharing with others this channel. Although it's not a big number, I've just hit a little bit over 89,000 subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but it is getting me closer to my miniature milestone of 100,000. You heard that? That was a hummingbird, but it's getting me closer to my miniature milestone of 100,000 subscribers. So, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. Ring that bell to be notified whenever I post another video and share with everyone you know. That's friends, that's family, that's people you don't even like. Just like, hey man, subscribe to this channel. Help IrixGuy get to 100,000 subscribers and beyond ASAP. That's not the end. That's just the beginning. But 100,000 subscribers is pretty close. Bill says Cleveland Clinic says most people are good for 101 years with a tetanus shot. 101. Whoa. Okay, so I'm not that old yet. I'm not even half of 101, so hopefully I'll be good. But and this is not medical advice or anything, but my assumption is that if I drink this, I may be okay. Mistype 10 years. Sorry. Yeah, you got me excited there. Okay, so I probably need to go. I probably need to go see a medical professional and get something so I don't get lockjaw. See if I get lockjaw. Yeah, lockjaw. I'm here talking like this, man. I can't talk because I got tetanus. I got lockjaw. I don't want to get lockjaw. So appreciate that, Bill. Always pleasure having you looking out for me. These are starting to heat up. You can see the hot coals down in there. That's a good sign. A very good sign. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm so hungry. I got burgers. I got fries in the air fryer, burgers in the Weber.
You have to keep these till tomorrow.
Whoa.
No.
Okay, back again. Sorry, personal take care of. So look at this. Look at all that smoke. Not be a Weber kettle. I've got these burgers, the steak burgers on cast iron grates. These will be absolutely phenomenal. To say that a restaurant quality is actually an insult. This thing does such a marvelous job cooking that, I mean, my wife and I, we don't really go out to eat that much. We do when we're on vacation because there's a lot of really good restaurants, but I mean, just to go out to eat and pay the enhanced price tag and have to tip for service, it's ridiculous. I mean, do your own cooking. It's not that difficult. This takes practice. Hmm. George Cooney and crew, I think, are coming out here in a minute. George Cooney, you down there? Down there, he smelled the grill. He's like, dude, you're cooking steak burgers. Where's my food? So what we're going to do is we're going to relocate this camera over there so we can feed George Cooney and crew live. So let's go ahead and do that. Hold on just a second. Put this down. Yeah, so we're coming over here because George Cooney and crew are down here. Let's see, George Cooney, we're coming your way, okay? Grab a chair for my laptop. Okay, got a chair for my laptop. That's good. Let's see if it's wet. Ah, dang, it's wet, man. It's wet, man. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's rotate this camera here so we can get George Cooney. Yeah, George Cooney and crew. George Cooney, where'd you go? Hey, George Cooney, where'd you go? Okay, I think he's going to be out in the main area. Let's, yeah, we'll target the food for the main area. Let me go get the food for George Cooney. I'll be right back.